Okay, so we're about to do the hockey trust shot. I'm gonna throw a beer on my buddy's head and shoot a wrister at his head, and I hope I don't kill him, eh? Let's go. All right, you ready? Don't move, don't move.
Yeah.
Woo!
And I thought only in America do we do dumb shit like that. What's up, everybody? Ron J back. It is time for another Toss One Back Thursday. And tonight I am actually rolling solo. So we don't have Todd tonight. And unfortunately don't have Shannon either, who was going to plan to be here, but got caught up on a few things. So hopefully you guys are having a great Thursday out there. Don't know how long I'll go tonight since I'll be going solo. That is definitely a lot of talking. So we'll see how that plays out. Shout out to everybody there in the chat as well that are making their way in. As I see Chad there. Cheers, my friend. Happy Thursday to you. And Vanessa, happy Thursday to you as well. And EB in the house. Cheers, homie. Good to see you as well. Y'all need to check out EB. Well, I'm not going to tell you that. The man's blowing up. The man blew up on his channel. So make sure you're enjoying some fun there as well. Cheers to Vanessa. Mick T's in the house. Cheers, Mick. Mick's a little early tonight for you, right? So we're looking at 147 over there across the pond. Cheers, JV in the house as well. Have you not seen some British traditions? It's supposed to be slightly crazy. Watch. Oh, I've seen some of the British stuff, but sitting there taking a puck to the top of your head to knock off a beer can, that stuff we usually do well in the States. But now, with Canada's, just like I said, the apartment above the meth lab, so they're doing it up there too, as you can tell by the Canadian video there. That was interesting when I first saw that. So Blake said, let's do this. And cheers, fam. What up, JV? Everybody being so nice and cordial. Bart's in the house. What is going on? Cheers, my friend. I am, and hopefully you are as well. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday. And Bart, it looks like I may be up in New Jersey in August, but I'm not sure when I'm going to have a chance to run around and do some things. But I'm thinking of one of the days possibly getting down to the shore as well. So as I get close to that, I'll keep you posted, and hopefully we'll be able to connect when I'm up in the state, the Garden State again. It's been a long time since I've been back to the home state. JV said, not much, friend. You, the EB. Cheers to Bart. Cheers, EB and JV. Just chilling, homie, just chilling. Yeah, last night we had some pretty good fun there over on the Call of Duty. A little bit of gaming and stuff. And who knows, if I get off earlier tonight, I may do a little bit of that on the gaming channel as well. We'll have to see. Cheers, Blake, Mick, Vanessa. Must be the Mets teams getting the Canucks, right? It only had to be a matter of time. But we know they always do things that we rub off on the Canadians. So they always try to say, well, we're Canada. But no, you're really just an extension of the States at this point. So upper US. What's up, BC? BC in the house. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you, brother. Y'all know BC. Make sure to check him out as well. Doing the beer reviews. Make them up. Cheers. We got Bart saying, hey, JV, and Chad said hi, y'all as well. So try to stay on the comments, since tonight I am the one-man show, all on the go, bringing you all the beer that you need to know. Speaking of beer, I'm actually going to drink this one first. So this is from Sycamore. Let me switch it so you can see it there. This is the Mountain Candy India Pale Ale. So Sycamore is a newer brewery that I come across, and I actually did have this one, but I didn't shoot a video. I did the shorts last weekend when I was having some different beers at the Party Town store, and you guys may have seen some of those. And this was the last one I did, but I didn't shoot a video because I was talking to people I actually ran into there. 7.5% ABV, and this is actually brewed and canned in what? Charlotte, North Carolina. So yeah, right down there outside the next state where EB is. And if Wayne was here, Wayne would be probably happy that I'm having one of their beers too. Let me see. EB says, well, not impressed with that one. I think they're at Asheville. No, well, this says Charlotte, unless they got another like branch there in Asheville, maybe. It says best enjoyed fresh. And this one was canned 5/12 of 21. It is 6/10, so just under a month old. And if you saw the unboxing video, ended up getting 12 of these for $6.99. So I'm not going to complain that much. You get 12 IPAs for $6.99. Just came out, seemed decent enough. Not anything too crazy, but still a nice little IPA to wet the whistle, so to speak. So go ahead and get that into the glass. And of course, if you guys are drinking anything, let me know by sharing that here as well. What you guys might be throwing back here tonight. Thursday, that nice eve before the weekend kicks in. Start getting it in a little early. Oh, there's Wayne. Wayne's in the house. So yeah, Wayne, this one is out from North Carolina that I'm actually drinking. Let me see here. Steve, what is going on? Cheers, my friend. Doing well. Hopefully you are as well. Happy Thursday. Well, for you also, early Friday now, right? So you're also at the 151 mark. So I love how you UK guys come in. Always appreciate that. And need to do a weekend stream so we can get some more connections and get to work to both of our time zone advantages. And thank you, Steven. Great to be back as well. I took off last week. Last week I took off because I was actually doing a special interview for a video that's going to air Saturday, and we can talk about that in a bit or whatever, but kind of around some of the stuff that's happening in the beer industry. And then Todd was actually out last week as well, so it kind of worked out in that regard. Let me see here. Barca, let me know on Facebook. We'll do that, and that'd be great. Yeah, it'd be awesome to get up there and hopefully get a chance to see you. I got, the family thing to do and stuff like that, but there's some stuff up there I want to also do, which, Mom already knows that kind of stuff. So, and plus, my one high school buddy, he runs Spellbound, so I'm supposed to try to swing by his brewery to do some stuff there when I'm back up that way and a couple other things. So definitely keep you posted. Let me see here. Sorry I'm late. Oh, no sorry there. I'm just glad to have you here, Wayne. Rajay, you see where stock ORPH went up 1,300% in one day, then crashed back down the same day. Crazies. No, I did not see that one. Yeah, that would be one crazy ride. That AMC, I'm still hurting on an AMC though. I didn't. 2 months ago, I said I was going to get into AMC in my mind, and I didn't do it, and I missed that big run up they had. And that one, I haven't looked back at it since then, but that would have been. Well, we talked, so we know for some it was a nice payday for sure. So. Charlotte, got it from a bottle store when I worked out a state in North Carolina. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a decent enough thing. It's got a little bit of a candy type sweetness to it, but you're getting the tropical, you're getting the citrus, you're getting some orange, some grapefruit, some tangerine. I don't find it to be that bad at all, really. I think I don't know if I rated it on Untapped or not yet, but I would think more around a 3.25, 3.5. I'll probably put for my own personal preference. Speaking of Untapped, that was funny. There were some breweries kind of bitching about Untapped this week I saw in the beer world because of taking it too seriously, man. Don't be so sensitive. They're all upset how people do stuff on Untapped. I'm like, it's for people's enjoyment, Make a good product. You won't have to worry about it. Cheers, Rod in chat. What up, Erie? Erie in the house. What is going on? And if y'all haven't checked out Erie's new gaming channel, make sure to check that out too. And I'll tell you about the double IPA I picked up when I get home. All right, yeah, let me know on that one for sure, Chad. BC, cheers all. Hey, Vanessa. Wayne is here. Wayne is in the house. Hey, BC. Not drinking anything yet. Well, it's still early. I know Todd or Shannon tonight. No, they actually won't be here tonight. So Todd let me know earlier. He had to run around and do some stuff. So if he's not on, Shannon won't usually be here as well because he usually sets everything up. I mean, unless he pops in late, which he has done in the past, but I know he had to work late tonight. So, right now he's not planned to be here, but we'll see what happens. Listen on AirPods, working out. We'll have one in a few. Well, there you go, Wayne. Get that workout in. And I didn't get a chance to work out earlier today. I've been riding the bike a little bit more, but I said, well, I had a lighter type dinner. Just had a wrap and a salad. So I was going to enjoy some beers, but everybody needs to get back into that groove, I'm sure, especially since now it's summer and that's swimsuit season for a lot of people out there. You got to be out there looking hot. If you are single and looking, I guess. If you're married, you're good to go. Keep the dad bod or the mom bod or whatever bod you got, I guess. Hey, Erie. I've been drinking B43. B43, nice beer from Old Nation. I do like that one, although I still have the Boss Tweed as my favorite with them. But B43 is right there as well. Funny thing about Old Nation is how close they were actually to having to pack it in a couple years ago. And then they had lucky with the B43 and the Boss Tweed, and that kind of saved them. So good little brewery. And they got the other one, the Green Earth, which isn't bad either. What up, JV? Hope you had a good day here, he said. Todd said he couldn't get his window curtains set up good enough for tonight's show. That's a good one, JV. That's a good one. JV with the jokes. Let's see. I had a pretty good day right there. Oops, I skipped the comment bar. So just had Old Milwaukee Ice following up with a Ballantine Ale. Nice. I haven't had a Milwaukee Ice. I think the last time I did one as a review like a couple years ago. But funny you mentioned Milwaukee. I've got a new series I'm going to be sharing here on the channel, and it's going to be light beers against light beers. And I do have the Milwaukee Light upcoming against a beer, and I got to release the other one with the first light beer challenge. I'm going to try to do some more challenges like that with the different things. Hey, Erie from Blake. I'm home now, so can't complain. Did you get your walking in, Erie? Hopefully you did. We actually have rain here today. We got rain and cicadas. If it ain't cicadas, it's rain. If it ain't rain, it's cicadas. Erie said, Blake. I got dad bod in the dating world, LOL. Well, they say women like the dad bods, younger women and stuff. So you might be rocking them, Blake. True that, brother, man, right? Shots in Warzone, that's tomorrow. We said that for Friday night with Shots in Warzone. But EB had to get the right alcohol for him to do shots, he said. So, which I may have to pick up something tomorrow if we do that. Maybe get like a 10-pack of those fireballs. You get that at a liquor store. Just already 10 packs, just pour them right into a shot glass. Already pre-measured. Isle of Milwaukee's best ice. Love Milwaukee's best ice. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Milwaukee's best ice for sure. I mean, I've drinking a few ice beers over time. So what you're telling us, Lee, that we went from no curtains Todd to no Todd. Maybe he was getting wrapped up in the curtains. Yeah, he'll be, like I said, he'll be back. It's just, I think it's a busy time for him at work right now, so they kind of kept him over. We get that OT dollars, though. That time and a half money is hard to turn down sometimes. Oh, JV says, what's my favorite style of beer? And for me, it is actually Belgian ales are my favorite style, which is kind of an encompassing thing because you have the doubles and the triples and the quads, but a Belgian style ale or a Belgian ale is something I always like to enjoy. That's always been some of my top favorite beers. After that, pretty much stouts, then IPAs. But then you're getting a bunch of subsets of stuff as well. So, but I like the bigger type stouts. I don't like the thinning type ones. I like to have a nice little body on it. And for the IPAs, I still like a nice classic West Coast, but I do have the East Coast too. And then occasionally, I'm not burnt out like some people are on the hazies as of yet. I don't drink them as much now because, I mean, it's just like drinking orange juice or something like that. But I do like them from time to time. I did a little over 3 miles. Well, nice. You keep stepping it up a little bit more every time, I think. In the rain, that's determination right there. That's getting it done for sure. And congrats to you. That woman lied, bro. I don't know. They've written articles about like women I've worked with before. They talked about like the dad bod. I think there's a comfortability type factor in there when a guy has a dad bod or something. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe Erie can chime in on that part. I just don't want the hangover because the way we play, we'll be drunk 2 matches. I don't know, EB. You yell a lot, so I don't even know if you'll be able to get your drink in. So you're too busy yelling at the guys on the game. We will, but it'll be fun at least. Yes, it would be fun for sure. And I'm grilling some swordfish right now. Very nice, BC. So you got some decent weather there. I'm taking it. And I do like some swordfish. Haven't had swordfish in a bit of time, but swordfish is a fish I like. I also like probably my favorite fish that I've had is probably Chilean sea bass. It's probably my favorite. But swordfish I enjoy. Tuna I'm kind of into now as well. I'm trying to think of other fishes. I mean, I'm kind of thinking of some of those other ones, but I'll throw down with some good catfish too. You get some good fried catfish. I'll enjoy some of that. I can eat like some grouper. I don't know if there's a fish I've had that I really haven't liked. Tilapia, I used to eat that back in the day. Not as much now, but tilapia is one that you can easily do as well. But I like a nice little fish or a nice little fish fry. You can definitely have some fun there. Put some hot sauce on and get after it. I got El Dorado Double Dry Hop OJ Double IPA by Lone Pine Brewery. Says it's a hazy double IPA with a double dose of El Dorado hops. Look them up. Oh, very nice. Let me see El Dorado. Let me see who they're by. Let me take a look here. Grab my phone. Grab it on the phone. So dial it up here. Who is the brewery for that one? See, El Dorado Double Dry Hop Juicy Bits, but that's by Weldworks Brewing out of Portland, Maine. Okay. Well, that's not them because they're in Colorado. There's like a lot double dry hopped here. Let me know who the brewery is on the information you got there. I can take a look. Nice area. I'm about to get started back. Knee finally healed up. Well, that's good, JV. But for now, I'm going to wear a knee brace. Oh, yes. Start hitting the older man syndrome. I have to start putting knee braces and stuff on. I'll be right back where I was. Yeah. Portland, Maine. Okay. And Blake said, you go wifey. Yeah, I just need to know who the brewery is. It's relaxing, helps clear my mind. Yeah, I mean, walking and just getting into the rhythm, nothing wrong with that. Girls always love dad bod. See, Erie, Blake, right there. Erie's telling you. She's telling you. You're ahead of the game, my friend. Hey, what's up, Thomas Metal 75? Eric, cheers, my friend. Good to see you. Y'all know Thomas Metal. Check him out as well. Big into doing the beers. JB says, just don't get up to 10 miles a day like I was. That's how I messed my knee up. Well, if you get up to 10 miles walking at a certain point, I guess when you start jogging too, I guess, or would that be the goal if you get up to that type of level? At this point, I prefer to bike if I can. Nice BC. What up, Thomas? Cheers. What's up, Thomas? I love me rare tuna. Yeah, it's like ahi tuna. I like, especially like on a salad. I've enjoyed that. There's also some other dishes I've had with it too. So didn't know how I would actually like that, but years and years ago, whenever I started eating sushi, I kind of figured I'd probably enjoy it because I do like sushi for the most part. I don't eat it as much, but we got sushi a couple weeks ago and it was pretty good. So we actually got a better vendor at our local Kroger where they make it in store, which is pretty nice. I died before I hit 10, JV. You're rocking at 10. That's a lot. It is. Well, you take 4 laps around a track, right, is a mile. So like your high school tracks where they do the 400s. So if you do 4 laps around, that's a mile. So, yeah, you're looking at 40 laps basically what JV's doing or was doing. Previous swordfish in my supermarket, working for next £5.99 next week. That's actually a really good deal, I think, for swordfish because that's usually more than that for that price. With everything going up, that's really a good deal at this point. It seems like everybody's having stuff go up on different type of meats everywhere. Tried to join, but my internet was jacked up yesterday. Oh, gotta hate when that happens. You gotta stop staying over at Blake's house, JV. Swordfish sounds interesting, kind of like a fried bologna sandwich. You could put the swordfish on a couple pieces of bread. No worries, JV. Mine was J2 JV. Yeah, Blake was having some internet stuff there. We were trying to connect at first last night. What's happening, Thomas Meadow from Bart? I think it's the thing of pushing to go more and more. I would have went a mile or 2 tonight, but my phone was about to die and I was jamming out. Well, the thing is, when you get into the zone, you just push yourself more. And if you were jamming out, you were probably in that zone level where you were blocking everything out and you were just in your groove and stuff. That's like when I used to lift weights. Once you hit that spot, you just feel like you can keep going. You can build up to that before you know it, Erie. You're doing great. Keep it up. Definitely, indeed. Everyone having net problems yesterday. Well, you guys had some storms come through, I think, from what I saw in the news here. So I'm sure that interfered with it. Cheers, Bart Chad Wayne. Joe Biden's wife were in a UK pub today. The first lady looks like a pit bull wearing lipstick proper rough. Are you saying this camera work on TV? You're not a fan of Jill? Oh, let me see. Actually, it was probably my recumbent bike that I hurt my knee on. That's what I actually have is a recumbent bike downstairs as well. I wouldn't mind riding an actual bike, but nowadays you got to be in the street. And I don't trust those drivers if you got to ride in the street. Lone Pine Brewery. Okay, let me take a look here. Lone Pine. All right, there we go. El Dorado double dry hop OJ. 8.1% ABV. What they say? They say anything about it? It's time to give El Dorado his chance to shine in the newest variation of our double dry hopped OJ series. Deep, opaque golden color with a bright white head. El Dorado double dry hop brings forth seductive lemon aromas with undertones of pineapple, melon, and potpourri. Pleasant flavors of lemon drop, candies, and tropical fruit up front are followed by a soft but assertive bitterness. With a pillowy mouthfeel, El Dorado double dry hop ends with a medium dry finish. It's almost like a cigarette after having sex there, the way they make that description at the end. But sounds really decent. Average rating, 10,022 check-ins that people have on there is 4.05. So that's what it's looking at right there. And then one of my friends here rated it at a 4.2. So there you go. Nice looking beer, though. Well, that's something to definitely kick back and enjoy. Bart says, cheers to you, Blake, as well. Cheers, Blake. So EB has a dad bod asking for a friend. You knew it had to go there at some point. Yeah, I was doing interval training, was jogging as well. Yeah, the interval training can definitely affect you, especially as you're getting older. Mahi Mahi's good. Grill with mango salsa on top. I agree to that, Chad. That's another good one. Yeah, that mango salsa on some of the stuff that you can do with that. I've had that before, and like a chutney as well with some different fishes. And I think when we went to the Caribbean last time, they had some dishes where we had that as well that were pretty decent. Are you trying to see if he's built like your bear? Oh, touche. Well played, Erie. Oh, give the lady the points. He's I got a brewery bot, got the keg belly, right? Yeah, people talking about they trying to get a six-pack. Some of us are out here trying to get a keg. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Blake sold me his old internet. He probably threw in a Commodore 64 from Thrash with it, too. So you're welcome, JB. Beer is my biggest issue as well. Yeah, you definitely got to mix it in. You got to watch what you're drinking and try to do some stuff. That's what the thing about the low-carb beers and low-calorie beers that are out now. You can actually work those things in. And the way they're making them, at this point, you're getting really good flavor out of them. So you're able to enjoy that taste that you're looking for, but not have to worry about maybe that calorie and carbs as much. If I jog or run, I'll be chased. So save yourself because chances are I'll die before whatever it is catches me. Well, if you're with somebody, you don't have to beat what's chasing you. You just have to beat the person you're running with. And then they'll get taken by the person chasing or whatever's chasing. Cut swordfish into chunks, batter them and deep fry them delicious. Enjoy with your favorite dipping sauce. There you go. I like that idea, Chad. Speaking of things cutting in chunks, I wouldn't mind actually having some gator again at some point. I haven't had gator in years. Wendy's my biggest issue. Gotta love them triple deckers. Can you eat a triple decker, Blake? I figure you're more of a double stack kind of guy. Hey, Vanessa. Sutton's got a goal tonight. He's working on a 12 of Heineken, so he has goals and priorities for this evening. And cheers to Vanessa there. What's up, Swami? Swami in the house. Cheers, Swami. Y'all haven't checked out Swami's channel, Two Wheels Down on the motorcycles. Make sure you check him out as well. Sutton, hashtag Sutton rocks. Always. He hasn't been sporting that hams lately that I've seen. So what's going on? Are you mad at hams right now there, Mr. Sutton? What up, Two Wheels? Cheers, Swami. You got Rob in the house. Cheers, Rob. What's happening, my friend? Hello to you as well. Great seeing you. Was that yesterday or the day before yesterday? We were on the stream there. I think it was yesterday. Sometimes days just run together nowadays. Hey, Vanessa. How are the llamas? Llama. What's up, Alan, you YouTube superstar? There you go. Jeremy, cheers. What's up, Rob? Oh, shit. What up, Ron and Rob? Hey, JV. Pillowy, feathery, or latex foam? Wait, what are we describing now? Got Joey in the house. Square Table Degenerates. Cheers, my friend. Yo. Yeah, I watched some of Joey's podcast last weekend. And if y'all haven't checked him out, check him out. He gets some pretty good people in there as well. He was actually interviewing Spice One, which back in the early 90s when I was a DJ, he had a couple of records that were out that we'd actually play on the radio. So that was kind of cool seeing him talk with them for a bit. Two was down, not quite home, not even close to that level. Ohio in the house, represent. We got the North and the South covered. Hey, Alan. LOL. What up, Square Table? What's your favorite hops in a beer? Actually, I don't really have like a favorite hop. I don't get as detailed into a lot of that. I mean, I've brewed stuff before and I've used different hops that I've actually liked that I put into things. I think one of the hops I really liked using, and it's been like years since I brewed, but like the Apollo hop was one I really liked. Obviously, Centennial is pretty popular, but I don't really get into as much of a love of the hops like some people do. You know, when I was talking to Julie last week, like she was talking about how she didn't like one of the hops. Really, it wasn't, one for her. I've enjoyed the different ones for the most part. There hasn't been one that's really stood out that I haven't liked, so I've never really picked a favorite or so. And like, even with some of the malts and stuff, I like darker malts, a little bit more sweeter, get a little bit more of a caramel type feel out of those than you do with some of the lighter type ones. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite there, or even a yeast. I mean, I've done different yeasts and stuff too, but I will say of the yeast, the one I'm probably least favorite is probably kind of that champagne type yeast, which is kind of more that dryness. The one I think they use for a little bit more like the brut IPA, stuff like that. That one a little bit more, not as a fully to my liking. So I don't usually like that one as much, but yeah, I just kind of go with the flow. Tula's down. I hear EB only takes me now if I pay for a cameo. EB's got you wanting to get to cover the cover charge there. Hey B was crack-a-lackin'. What's up, Joey? JV. JV, what's happening, my main man? Just kidding. Not much, man. Just chilling and drinking a few. There you go. LOL. Wale on the Blackstone with Leprechaun coming soon. Nice. Yeah, Left's not too far from you. Actually, then Joey's not too far from you either. Square Table. So you guys are holding down that central to northern part of Ohio. Doing some Arby's soon. What? Arby's? We got the meats. Oh, Joey, cheers, bro. Cheers, Swami. Cheers, Round. What's up, Blake? I've never ate Gator, but I drink Gatorade if that counts. Yeah, Gator was pretty decent. I had it the Gator Ball style where they cut it in chunks and they deep fry it, and it was pretty decent. I hate to say it tastes like chicken because everybody says everything tastes like chicken, but kind of tastes like chicken. Blake, what up, brother? Heineken tonight, little Heinies for Ron. 5 baby llamas at the farm this year. Wow. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Erie. Vanessa, Kitty Pilly, feather or latex foam? You talking about Tosney curtains? Oh, it's funny. Todd any curtains. Oh, let me see. Oh, next year I plan to have at least two llamas. Cheers, Nessa, Big Daddy, and Hizzy. What is going on, Big Daddy? My favorite hop Mosaic. So he's a Mosaic fan. Like I said, I just don't. I drink a lot of beers that have the different flavors to them. Obviously, some of like the IPA stuff, you're doing with a lot of the citrusy or tropical type hops that are used, and I've never really tried to break it down there. Rod says some beer had a pillowy mouthfeel, or is that what I heard? Did I say? I don't think I said pillowy. Not on this one. I've said billowy before with the head, but in another video I may have said pillowy as well. I just don't think I said anything tonight about pillowy, but maybe I did. Hey, Blake. Cheers, Big Daddy. Let me see. Still scrolling down. Hops taste like what people from Arkansas smell like in the summer. Are you talking about the musty like hops like for IPAs? You're outnumbered by Arkansas people, mind you, tonight. So be careful there, Swami. Cheers, Blake. Two wheels down. Oh, so hops taste like farm animals. Oh, well. Lep, Joey, and Sutton on the same video. You two might be ready for such awesomeness. They should. That'd be a legendary get-together. Oh, we got Malt in the house. What's up, Malt, my friend? Cheers, buddy. I don't know, Malt Muser Whiskey. Make sure you check out his channel as well. Man, I always has some great whiskey stuff, and then he does some of the collabs now with, I think it's Telex that you do the collabs with, so that's pretty cool there, too. But great stuff. Should easily be over 1,000 subs or more, so check him out. And, yeah, for you, I was going to say, I'll let you know when I'm back as well, because I think you're actually in PA, just outside Philly, and when I come back up next month to New Jersey, well, actually August to New Jersey, I'll just be right 20 minutes outside Philly on the Jersey side. So maybe we can try to connect or something when I'm in town. I'm going to be up there probably at least a week or so. Well, I checked the message and came back till we got the meats, and I came back perfect time. And you always do. You always do. That's because Rob was going to Arby's. Don't insult Farm Al. I don't. Oh, Malta, Swami, 2 wheels, how you be? Gator tail is tasty, deep fried, but please don't overcook it. Yeah, don't overcook anything, right? But yeah, I don't know what part of the gator we actually had, but it was pretty decent. Yeah, not bad, Eric. If everything tastes like chicken, why don't people say chicken tastes like chicken? LOL. Well, it's funny because I mean, there's some stuff like there's just some stuff in your head you may not want to try. Like when I had a chance to eat frog legs, everybody kept saying, well, just try them. It tastes like chicken. And it's like, give me chicken. Give me the wings. Where are the wings at? I don't want the frog legs. So I don't know. But chicken is just so common, I guess, that people can try to tell you it tastes like it. And pretty much everybody's had chicken. So it's an easy thing to try to match it up for. Got me a Bell's Oberon as it's hot as fucking Chicago. Yeah, I bet. Are you in Chicago now? Oh, you went from Philly to Chicago. I didn't see that. Okay. Well, you know what? When I'm back up in Chicago, which is usually like every year and a half or so, I'll let you know when I'm back up that way. Bell's Oberon, I just picked up their Tropical Oberon. Haven't tried it yet, but I have that down there. I'm going to probably review that this weekend at some point. But I said a tropical version. Let's go ahead. But Oberon, to me, you can't go wrong with that beer, especially in the warmer type months. To me, that's like the first beer of spring I always like to enjoy. So, nice beer from Bell's. 2 wheels down. Any hops you consider overrated? No, I mean, not really. I think if you look at some of the hops that might be getting used a lot, it might be a lot of the ones for the IPAs that people get upset about. But for me, I just don't get that far into it. I think there's so many different ways you can look at things in the beer world. It's a matter where you want to stake your claim. And like hops is not one of the things I really get caught up in as much. I like when I've tried different hops to get the different feel that comes out of them. But past that point, I don't even look at it that much further, just, to get that attached to them and things like that. So I should do a video sampling hops. And that'd be a good idea, Chad, actually, just to get some different hops and break them down here on the video. So I may do something like that in the future. Cheers, Peeps from Big Daddy. Philly, Chicago. Great stuff in Chicago as well. I will say up in Chicago, if you haven't been there yet, Eric, if you go downtown, I wouldn't say like everything's like around Front Street or whatever, but it's downtown, not too far from the Egg. There's a bar called Exchequer. Actually, it's Exchequer Pub and Restaurant, I believe. And they got some great food, some great portions of food. It's like an old Chicago restaurant. Like it has old pictures on the wall and stuff like that. You get like the old, like walking in like Goodfellas Mafia type feel to the place. But the times I've been in Chicago, if you don't get to all the different breweries, they have one of the best selections of all the breweries on tap there. So they get like 25, 30 taps or whatever. You get a nice sampling of the beers from around the city. The food, like I said, is crazy in itself. So Chicago, they eat big in Chicago. They got to prepare for the winter. They put that extra weight on. So you get those old Fred Flintstone type rib racks up there. It's crazy. Man, lots of street bikes turn up the road tonight. Is Swami in town? Is Swami over there with you, Rob? Two wheels down in the area. Yeah, Boogie Chicago now. Cheers, Big Daddy. Back in the MD Best. How's the beer rod? Hey, what's up, Craig? Cheers and welcome to the show. I think it might be your first time actually here as well, so give you a big old welcome. But the beer goes down rather easily. It's not bad. It's from Sycamore Brewing out of Charlotte. It is the Mountain Candy IPA that I'm actually enjoying here. And I'm going to drink a classic that I consider a classic when I actually like it. I don't know if you would consider it classic. I don't know how long they've been brewing it, but it's one of my favorites from every year when they bring it out. So I'll share that here in a second, and that will be an Ohio beer. But welcome. Good to see you. Let's see here. I mean, so much good brew in Chicago. Let's do it. Oh, definitely. And if you ever want to get out to like Lagunitas, I know a couple people out at Lagunitas. If you want to get out there and ever see a tour, let me know. I can reach out to try to get you set up. A couple of the guys that come in here, JT, James, he actually is up in Chicago, so he knows a lot of the spots. Beer in Front, Dave, he actually does a lot of stuff up there. He's in Chicago, so if you ever want to try to get connected with some people that really know the breweries up there, I can definitely let you know as well. Dovetail is what Dave has sent to me recently. Great brewery from everybody that told me that, and the beers were really solid. So nice one you might want to check out. And then trying to think up there, you also have Hop Butcher, which has now got a spot. Hop Butcher is going to be jumping like crazy. So when they get set up for their brewery, you'll definitely want to be there to check them out on the stuff they're actually putting out. And just a good amount of breweries that are around that area. But Lagunitas is kind of funny just because it's out like in a warehouse type district. When you first walk in, it's like you think you're walking into a strip club with all the neon and the way it's set up. But very interesting brewery. Always try to test my palate, as you should. Push the limits, right? Always experience different things. Yeah, Bell's Oberon, pretty darn smooth. It is. And it's a pale wheat ale, which I like. So instead of it just being a wheat ale, by the pale wheat ale, they're actually hopping it up a little bit more to give you that extra bitterness in there, which I think actually makes that much better for me. Workout done. Trying to hit local hazy tropical IPA. Wish me luck. I think you'll be just fine, my friend. Eric says, hell yes, JV says, not a fan of Cascade hops. That has too much grapefruit flavor for me. So not a fan of the Cascade as much. There you go. Any hop you consider overrated? Answer, the IHOP. You know IHOP is struggling, JV. They're trying to get back on top of the world. They're bringing out their whole new menu. You always see them now on these commercials and stuff they're trying to do. So, but I haven't been to IHOP to sit down in a while. But when I have been there in the last few years, it's not the same as when I was a kid. When I was a kid, going to IHOP was like something special. But now you go to IHOP, it's like, it's kind of a little shady around here. So I think hops can have a different feel in a beer when you start mixing them in the same beer. Yeah, so I mean, the hops are going to bring their flavor to that beer. What you're going to look at is how you want to flavor with the hops, right? So if you're brewing a beer and you want to add it for the flavor, you're dropping it within that last 10 minutes of your boil usually. And then you might do the dry hopping where once it's out of that and into the fermenter, you're actually going to put hops in at that point. If you're looking to get the bitterness and stuff out of it, you're putting that a lot earlier in the boil so that actually comes through. So it's all a matter of how you want to use the hops. Is it for that boiling effect? Is it for the flavor effect? And go from there. Amber Porter Brown and Stouts are the only beers worth my time. Well, that's your palate. So, follow your palate. Enjoy the beers you like. Not everybody's going to love every beer. You guys know I don't like shandies. Shandies just not my thing for the most part. I've had a couple from other places that have been okay, but for the most part, I'm just not a huge shandy type person. That's probably the one style that drives me the worst for me to actually try to enjoy is probably the shandy. Funny thing is, I like a nice rattler, though. Nice. I'll check that place out, Rajay. Is that north of the Loop? Oh, looking on the map. I'm trying to think in my head. If you've been to the Egg, it's like, I wouldn't say it's not far from the train from the Egg. I'm saying within like 5 or 6 blocks of that Egg area before you go to like the Navy Pier and all that stuff. I'll have to pull it up here. Let me take a look here to see what the restaurant is located. Chicago. And don't ask for mustard on a hot dog. I mean, don't ask for ketchup on a hot dog in Chicago. It's just mustard. They get mad when people do that. I haven't done it, but I kind of knew that going in. So this place is located, actually Wabash. So 226 South Wabash Avenue. And it's got some pretty good food there. Pretty good dining. Let me see if I can pull this up. Share the screen. So this is like the restaurant here that you can see. I'll make that a little bit bigger. There you go. So that's like part of it. That's the bar side there. There's like some of the stuff they dish up. I don't know, I got a Coca-Cola there. Let's see here, like the rib. That plate is actually a pretty good sized plate, where you can see the ribs hanging off of it. We actually were there drinking, and a guy ordered these ribs, and he looked at the ribs, he looked at us, he looked back at the ribs. I'm like, dog, if you can't finish it, holler for it, brother, and I'll come in and finish it for you, son. But really good food, great beers. Established 1969. That's the year I was born. Oh shit, anniversary. Nice Chicago style pizza with the thickness there. Look at that. Oh yeah, that piece. You could do some work there, do some damage. And then they got the thin as well. And get that Goose Island IPA out. You got better beers than that. And so so that's what you're looking at there. But decent place to check out. There's a couple other places out there too. I can't think. If I remember the names, I'll let you know as well, Eric. But Chicago is just a blast to actually be around and have some fun. Gets cold as hell in the winter, like most of the northern states do, but some great stuff. Yeah, my favorites too. Swami, Wisconsin is the beer capital of the world, from what I heard. Well, Wisconsin drinks a lot of beer. Top 10 beer cities. I think Wisconsin had 3 on the last thing that I saw a couple years ago. They drink a lot of beer, but as I know from the beer fact, right, per capita, New Hampshire is the biggest beer drinking state, surprisingly, but that's per capita. But what else can you really do in New Hampshire, right? Smoke weed, drink beer, milk the cows. I don't know. Like, you don't think about New Hampshire being a lot of stuff you have options for. So places like that, maybe like a Wisconsin, North Dakota, like you probably drink like crazy in North Dakota because you got nothing else out there. So yeah, Revolution Brewing Chicago is great too. Yeah, that one is good. I've had some of their beers. I have not been to that brewery. There's another one. It's it used to be, I think it was Half Acre. That's where Hop Butcher's going into. But you got to get your hands on Hop Butcher beer because that's going to be the talk of the town over this next half of the year for sure. People are loving the Hop Butcher beers, and now they got a spot to get all set up there. It's pretty cool. There's also Five Rabbit that's up there as well. So yeah, you got a good amount of beers up there. On Twitter, I would tell you, if you're on Twitter, hook up with Afro Beer Chick, and she's like the beer person up there in Chicago, and she'll definitely steer you in a lot of good places and stuff. Of course, you got Goose Island, and you got the Bourbon Barrel part of Goose Island, which is awesome too. But a lot of good things there for sure. So I'm in Wisconsin next summer when the border opens up. Yeah, Wisconsin would definitely be a great place to hit for any beer type person. I want to get there at some point, and I've kind of kicked myself sometimes because I'm part of the bloggers conference that they do every year. They have a conference, but I've never been. And a couple years ago, they had it in Wisconsin. But another great person up in that area is Daddy Porter. Swami, if you look to hit Wisconsin, Daddy Porter has a YouTube channel, but he's also on Facebook, and he knows all the Wisconsin breweries and stuff too, and he'll set you straight there as well. It's funny, like just knowing all these different people around the country that have beer stuff set up. Anyone in the beer mills, anyone in the bar mills, bars that have a kitchen. Well, I mean, down here, we have a few bars that have kitchens there. So are you thinking of something in particular? Milwaukee, yeah. Wisconsin has great stuff too. Was down, but with exposing microbrews, they're all over the country now. Yeah, I think the one thing I hear about Milwaukee and their beers is that for the longest time they were known by New Glarus, Spotted Cow, and a lot of people that have the Spotted Cow said it really wasn't as high up as they thought it was going to be. But sometimes we hold beers in our minds stronger than they actually are. It's still a pretty decent beer. I've actually had that one. I thought it was pretty decent, but wasn't one to write home about for sure. Milwaukee was back in the day. Funny thing is, I saw Mountain Candy tonight on my beer run. Almost got it. Well, yeah. Well, the reason I really got this one, I don't know if you caught it, Wayne, or not. You might have got here. I ended up getting 12 of these, so half a case for $6.99. So it was like The Godfather. They made an offer I couldn't refuse. I had to pick it up and take it out with me. So, what are you gonna do? You put a gun to my head. I got to do it. I got to do it. So yeah. Blatz, Pats, Miller, Slits was in Milwaukee. Only Miller remains as the others are owned by Miller. Yeah. Well, I'm right in Minnesota next summer, so we'll be stopping through Wisconsin. Nice. Get yourself some cheese too in Wisconsin. Thank you, Miss Erie. Smash that thumbs up. Always like to have that as well. If you go to Milwaukee, do the Lakefront Brewery Tour. It's the best brewery tour in the country. Ooh, really? That's a pretty big, bold statement there. There's a lot of breweries, 8,000 breweries, but they're the best. All right. If they're not the best, let Eric know. They give you 3 full pints on the tour and another at the end. It's a good start. It's definitely a good start. All right, brother. Hey, Swami, good catching up with you again. Y'all don't know Swami 2 Wheels Down. Make sure you check him out over in his channel, especially if you're into motorcycles. He got some great stuff with him and the wife that they're doing. So give him a shout. Later, homie. JV, later, man. 2 Wheels Down. And any interest in hopped whiskeys? I had a Founder Centennial several times. I loved it, so I took a chance at Concept Centennial Malt Whiskey. Really tasted it integrated well. Well, I don't know why I said well. Yeah, I would definitely try some of the hop whiskeys. In fact, there was actually a whiskey. Let's see if I can pull it up here. There's a whiskey that was done reverse style where they were using craft beer barrels. Let me see here. I can find out which one that was. And they were just releasing like 4 different things to that this last few months. Let's see if I can find it here. Is it Dubliner? No, that's a different one there. That's from actually overseas. They're going to be doing it as well. Can't remember the name of it offhand. I had posted a story about it a while ago, but it was kind of interesting to do that. But I would definitely give that a try there as well to see how the whiskeys come out with it being done that type of way. I'm always open to trying out the new things for sure. Dated this chick with one leg. She got salty when I took her to the IHOP. Oh God, that is like, I don't know if that's like a bad joke or a dad joke. It's kind of close. It's kind of close on that one. I have a hopped rum in my glass as we speak. Dark Patches. Oh, very nice. I never tried a beer with Galaxy hops, so I passed on the Coors Galaxy malt whiskey. Fan of Galaxy. I think I've had Galaxy hops in. Well, I know I've had Galaxy hops and stuff before because I can tell you, like, I think Hop Butcher sent me one with Galaxy, and it wasn't. I mean, I don't memorize the hops, but I can tell you that I remember having it, and it was a pretty pleasant beer. So I guess I would be kind of a fan of it. It didn't do anything to really stick out as a negative type way for me. IHOP is the Popeyes of breakfast restaurants. Is IHOP or would that be Denny's? Where would you put Denny's in? I mean, Denny's is kind of down there as well. What would you do with a Denny's? We got Paul in the house. Cheers, all. Cheers, Paul. Y'all know PA Brew News. Make sure you check Paul out. Another great beer reviewer and a great painter as well. And awesome man in himself. And he says shandies are garbage, so we agree there. But then he says, much like Oberon, because he knows I'm an Oberon fan, so he says, cheers. Yeah, Paul and the Beer Patrol Joe, they razz me on the Oberon. By egg, you talk about the bean. Yeah, that's what yeah, some people call it like the egg thing, but it's like the bean thing. I think I've heard people call it the egg or whatever, but yeah, where you see your reflection. Oberon is the list, right? Exactly. But Paul just tries not to say he doesn't like it. He's kind of in the closet about it. Nice. Wish I had the whiskey where I am right now. Very nice. Overpriced, though. You think overpriced for the Oberon? Really? How much are you paying for the Oberon then? Because we can get Oberon here like $9.99 for a 6-pack regular. Well, $10.99, but Kroger will usually put it at $9.99. And there's some places we'll get like a deal under that, like $7.99 or $8.99 sometimes. I used to like you, Malt. Killing, I don't like anyone. Oh, man, looks nice as fuck. Kidding. Autocorrect. Popeyes tenders are tasty. Well, Popeyes are tasty in itself, but you got to be prepared for the attitude as well. As we joked about before, different places you order, there's different attitudes that go in place sometimes. So, yeah. You go to Popeyes, and sometimes you catch that attitude when you're there. Says, I miss pubs with no televisions. I hate sports and unnecessary noise. Yeah. Well, the noise we're getting around here, too, is the cicadas. They're making some noise as well. Speaking of Pennsylvania beers, for those of you in Texas, the Texas area, I mentioned this on the podcast I did this week. They did put a date out for Yuengling. So Yuengling will be in Texas on August 23rd. So it looked like it was going to be September before, so they kind of moved it up. So for you down there that have been asking about that, you're going to get Yuengling, and you're getting it at the end of August. So I told people in the podcast, tell you the same. Go into it. Don't have the bar too high. It's a decent beer, but, you know, I think if you try to think it's going to be the standout thing you've heard about, you might be a little disappointed, but it goes down real easy. It's real solid. I like to have a Yuengling here and there. In fact, we got Yuengling in the fridge downstairs. The Black and Tan is one I actually like from them. That's probably as the top core beer that they have, but they got their light and their flight for those of you looking to save the calories, and they got a couple other ones that are out there now too. So those in Texas, you're about to get the Yuengling. Yeah, that pizza, right? The pizza's huge. Like, literally, like, everybody pretty much leaves with a box when they go there because you get so much food. So that was my favorite American city. LA and Seattle, close seconds. Never been to LA or Seattle. I need to still do that at some point. I've been around LA. I've been to San Diego. I've been to other spots, but never into LA. And I haven't been to Washington, so I'd love to go there at some point. But New Orleans is one of my favorite cities, especially for the food that you get down there, as far as the culture and the style and the flavors that come together. It is what it is. It's just an awesome experience. Of course, you go to the right areas in New York, you have a lot of good stuff there too, with the influx of the different styles that people bring to that city. But Chicago is right up there as well. Chicago is definitely an eater city to actually enjoy. But if you're ever in Texas, Houston has the most restaurants per capita for people. So you can pretty much get any type of food down in Houston, and it's pretty good at a lot of different places down there, especially if you like some of the barbecue type stuff too. So, but Chicago's got great eats. I have had Hot Butcher. Nice. Hot Butcher is pretty solid. Amazing brew. Yeah, and they've got so many other things they're going to be doing there with the brewery with them now being in a set location. So I'm looking forward to seeing them when I'm back up there. I used to have a program in my HP Calc that used the infrared LED to change television sets. Work great in bars too. Switch channels easier. You're probably either switching channels. People are like, wait a second, I was just watching the game. Like, who turned the channel? Vanessa's over there in the corner, probably laughing that she's doing it too. IHOP is terrible. Can't even get a fried bologna sandwich there. What's up with that? What's up with that? Yeah, so, which is kind of funny how some of these other restaurants that are these niche type restaurants, they have fried bologna now on their menu. Like, it's a big thing now for some of them. Hey, we got Dave in the house. Beer Travels in Wisconsin is a good reference. Very nice. And Dave, welcome, my friend. I was talking you up earlier. So Eric Montmuser, this is the guy you want to connect with right here, Dave Z. He's in Chicago. He knows the beer scene. He does the beer podcast. And if you guys are into podcasts, you really do need to check out Beer in Front podcast, where he does a lot of great stories, covers a lot of great material, has great people on there, talks about the different beers, and you will be entertained. So make sure you try to connect here. If you're on Twitter, Dave's on there as well. But yeah, great stuff there. And Eric, you connect with Dave from Beer in Front, you'll be set. I guarantee it. Like the suit guy, I guarantee it. Oh, yes, tavern style pizza in Chicago and Milwaukee bars are great. I agree. New Glarus makes great beer. Spotted Cow is okay, but nothing compared to the others. And that's the thing. Like, everybody was talking about Spotted Cow for so many years, but then when you have it, it was like, it's solid, it's decent, but again, years ago, it stood out a lot more than what it does nowadays because we have so much other good beer out here. All you can eat pancakes at IHOP. How many can you eat? I've never done all you can eat pancakes before, but I probably could eat a bunch of pancakes. I don't know how much I could probably eat. I wonder, depends, I guess, the size of the pancakes, but if you go there and you get in the groove, you could probably eat a good amount, probably a few plates or so of the pancakes. But then again, as we get older, we don't eat like we used to when we were younger. When I was younger and I was active in sports and stuff, could do damage. It was funny. One of my friends, who was actually a smaller guy, he was from Atlanta in college. We go to McDonald's, and he would order literally 3/4 pounders with cheese. And we're like, how do you eat that? With fries, with the Coke. And he would put it away, but he was like all into martial arts and all kind of stuff. So his metabolism was always really high. But I was like, 3/4 pounders with cheese. Like, you just never know who can eat what. I mean, we all might have a little Joey Chestnut living inside of us where we can eat something to a good amount. I love the IHOP walnut pancakes. I didn't even know they had the walnut pancakes. I haven't been there in a long time, but I know they had different flavors. I just didn't know about the walnut. Killing, I don't like anyone. Autocorrect nod. That's one going to the grand jury. Yeah, well, Paul says some crazy stuff too, so. Value should do a video called Rajay Tour Jungle Gyms. Well, I have the Jungle Gyms videos that I put on the channel before. If you guys haven't seen that and you want to see an adult playground for beer, check out the Jungle Gym video. I was going to do one last week when I was at Party Town, but it doesn't really stack up to Jungle Gyms, or Party Source doesn't stack up to Jungle Gyms. Jungle Gyms is just one of a kind type fun type thing. And, you know, next time I go to Jungle Gyms, what I may do is not just a beer tour, but I'll do a section from the hot sauce area, a section from the candy area, some of the international foods. I'll do like a whole thing. I'll do a bigger tour of Jungle Gyms and stuff and cap it off with the beer, which is now great because they've opened up the taps again. So now you can drink while you shop at Jungle Gyms. That's a win anywhere. Vanessa, I maxed out at 0 pancakes. I'm a waffle man. Gotta have some crunch. So you're a Waffle House guy, right? So there's Waffle House versus IHOP. Which one would you prefer? Which one would anybody prefer? Do we have more Waffle House people watching, or do we have more IHOP people? Which one would you rather go to enjoy a meal? And I use enjoy liberally there. I don't know if it's a full enjoyment. We like PA brews, ain't nothing, get into the grand jury, yeah. IHOP serves good waffles. Yeah, they try to play both sides, but I mean, the Waffle House, they serve them better than the Waffle House. Because, I mean, when waffles in your name, you should be top of the line. For sure, try new things, only live once. I like that as well. Copper and Kings Brandy did some of that. Copper and Kings, I've had some of their stuff. So Party Source is one of our local places here, and they had Copper and Kings do some branded stuff for them, which was pretty good too. So I enjoyed what they did. I believe Denny's is the Waffle House of crap. So Denny's, when we say Denny's is the lowest level you could possibly go, would that be the rock bottom? Would be Denny's? Nothing below Denny's, and then you build up on top of that. Denny's is fun. I was banned from the local one in Phil, Connecticut for over 20 years. And you still haven't said what you've done there, but I got to think it's a pretty good story with it. $12.99 in Chicago for a sixer of the Oberon. Yeah, see, that's just a higher price. Like that level, I would say, yeah, that's too much for the Oberon compared to what we get here. Like I said, we get it here. The most I've ever seen is maybe $10.99, but most of the time it's down to $9.99. So not even that amount. Smash that like, fam. Thank you, Blake, my friend. I saw online a Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout. Rocky Mountain oysters, RMO are not oysters. No, they are not for sure. Thanks for the hot malt whiskey responses. Definitely. That's a good thing. Everybody here chimes in with all good stuff. So great having you here, Dark Patches. And retired U.S. Air Force as a vet. Popeye's attitude is pleasant banner. There you go. Let me see here. It's better than Budweiser. Yeah, it is. Oh, let me see. Vanessa retired. Air Force 2, air traffic control and airfield ops. Cheers. Well, awesome. Well, thank you both for your service there. Nola's great too. Yeah, it's just so much great fun. The music, the food, the culture, all that stuff just comes together. And to be there at a restaurant and you're looking out across the Gulf at a sunset with a nice whiskey or something in your hand or a cigar, you just can't beat it. Like on one of those old buildings, like on the second floor. Oh, New Orleans is so great of an area to be in. Oh, we got James in the house. I love Denny's. I went to school in a town called Denny. Coincidence? I think no. It was the work of the Almighty. Hail Satan. Well, overseas, your Denny's are probably better than ours, James. You guys are probably like clean and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, OJV. Nice Dark Patch. I retired military public health inspector. We used to be the veterinary corps. Nice. My friend and I used to go around the local supermarket with one of those and turn all the sales screens. Turn them all off. A little deviant. You're deviant. Oh, let me see here. Beer in front. What's up, man? I'm a long time Milwaukee born and raised resident who just moved to Chicago after 5 years out east. Nice. I'm sipping the new Hot Butcher Stout. Oh, yeah, baby. That came out today. Mubula, super chocolate greatness. And that's the thing, right? So Hot Butcher, they'll send me different beers to check out. And they'll send like usually 12 and you'll have like 2 of each, right? But like 5 of the 6 are usually an IPA and they'll usually have a stout in there. Although this last time they sent me a wheat ale. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to taste like. And their stouts are pretty damn decent. I mean, I prefer their stouts sometimes to the actual IPAs I get. But they're just making some great beers there. I can't wait to try the other ones I got here so I can share those reviews as well. But they're just a slamming brewery for sure. When Hot Butcher opens in the old half acre, I can't remember which acre it was. I know a wise acre and a half acre. So a half acre, be able to walk there, could be signing over my paycheck. Yeah, that's the problem you have when you have a brewery in your neighborhood. It's like, did I just start doing like a deduction to the brewery ahead of time so the money's already there and I'm good when I walk in? Because I'll be spending it there anyway. So pancakes or French toast? What do you want to kick out the waffles? You don't want the pancakes and waffles? Pancakes, French toast, or waffles? Is there a preference that people have between the three? We'll add French toast in the mix. Subject beer in front. I'm at Logo Square. Where are you in the city? There you go. Nice. Whiskey 10 minutes away in North Center. Very nice. There you go. Cheers, fools. Drunken. Hey, what's up, Gilbert? Drunken Dortmunder Export, son. Very nice. Very nice. Cheers, Gilbert. And we got cheers, Wayne. And I'm actually a little parched, so I'm going to crack open my next beer here. And this will be Great Lakes, the Lake Erie Monster. This is their Imperial IPA. This is one of my favorites from Great Lakes. Comes out once a year. So I'm finally getting a chance to check this one out from this year's version. Just always very tasty, 9.5% ABV, 80 IBU. Just a nice, solid type beer to actually enjoy. But as I check this out here, what I'll do is I will get a word in from our sponsor. Not really our sponsor, but I couldn't resist playing that video because that video cracked me up earlier. So, let's see here. Where did I leave off? See the comments. Slide on down. This thing scrolled on me when I did that there. Denies IHOP or BeerVentures. Now, what's BeerVentures? I'm not familiar with them. We don't get Denny's in Sweden or Scotland. Saw them in Japan, and it was full of fish. Dreams dash in one full swoop. Wow. So, well, I mean, you make it for your market. So fish is popular there. So, yeah, I can't think. I mean, I'm sure we've got like fried fish here, like a whitefish or something. They're probably doing our Denny's, but I'm sure they got crazy exotic over there in Japan. Waffle House super fan. Well, there you go. Big Daddy's into the Waffle House, so he takes a Waffle House over IHOP, I'm sure. I avoid Denny's after the Ice Cube lyric, yeah. I dropped 150 pounds today on an order from Beerdam in Netherlands, mix of Brazilian, Russian, French, and Romanian beers. Nice. Pretty penny, but you know, you gotta pay the man for the beers. The only place open in Honolulu when I landed at 0200 hours local time back in April 92 was Denny's. So Denny's was the first place I ate in Hawaii. Well, I wonder at the Denny's in Hawaii, because it is popular out there, do they serve Spam? Is Spam on their menu? I bet it probably is, because all the people that live there seem to like it. As far as they stole the idea from Scotland to claim lawsuits. Hashtag not really our sponsor, right? Yeah. I don't have sponsors. Nobody's going to sponsor me. I'm just a guy out here drinking beer. Damn, you had me for a minute. I was thinking congratulations. No, if Pure Blonde, if they want to send me a check and be a sponsor, I'm all for it. But I was flipping through earlier and I was like, well, that's pretty funny. I'm going to share that with people. I don't know how many people actually saw that out there. I'm going to check out that Great Lakes IPA tomorrow. They started me off on craft beers after I had the Nosferatu, which I do like their Nosferatu and Imperial Red Ale. I always like a nice red ale, so that's always good. On Halloween 20 years ago. Wow. Yeah, this one is nice. If you think of it being like the bigger Imperial maltier type version, a lot of times like people get thrown off a little bit, like say with the Two Hearted, because it's bigger. You have that higher malt to raise the alcohol, so it's not as bitter that you would have in the IPA. So it makes it a nice balance between it. Let's see here. Denny's doesn't like pea meal. I still haven't seen pea meal or had pea meal, but I know it's big for you. I know it's big for Canada, but I would think if they're in that market, they would kind of tune to have it. You know, it's like there's stuff like at McDonald's, I think, and James will know because he's been over to Japan there. As far as I've heard, they got like a mixed sushi or some stuff like that where they do like fish and stuff there. Why can't they do pea meal in Canada? That was the artwork in your can, by the way. Nessie, yes, it is Nessie for the The Lake Erie Monster. Great artwork on the can. Yeah. And I like that they're doing the cans. They used to do mostly all bottles. I ended up picking up a couple other ones from them. The Beowulf, which is it's a lager. It's one of the dark lagers. I can't remember offhand. And then I picked up another one from them. The Chill Wave, which is another double IPA, which is really good. Wendy's in Japan. You do love your Wendy's, though, James. Blake TV got sponsored by Build-A-Bear. Just kidding. Should be Wreck-A-Bear. St. August Beer Fest coming to Louisville. Yes. 3 hours, 200 beers, 55 complimentary valley stretches to carry you to the next hospital. Yeah, so Dark Patches, are you down in that part of Kentucky? Because I'm actually in northern Kentucky. And it's funny, I just reached out earlier this week because I work with the Ohio Craft Brewers Association as they send me press releases. And I was like, I never get anything on the Kentucky side. And I emailed the Kentucky Guild, and they sent me the details about that. So that might be something I might look into trying to get down to. Louisville's only 70 miles from me, so that could be a possibility. Sponsored by Gorilla Glue Hair Gel. Yeah, you do got that. Hey, you got that contract locked down. Strong as glue. Putting kids to bed. What a great crowd. Good night. Hey, good night, Dark Patch. It was great having you on. Definitely come back for some more fun. We do it every Thursday night, 8:45. LMFAO JV, take care. Dark Patches. Good evening. Hey, what's going on, Adam? Too goddamn hot to sleep. Bristol piss up tomorrow. Oh, nice. So you guys are all getting together to get a little crazy. Awesome. I will look forward to seeing some video from that, Adam. And yeah, I think over in the UK, right? Like, you guys don't have maybe central air as much on a lot of stuff. I think, is it like more like the one room conditioning units for the air conditioning? Or I was thinking at some point before, someone had told me like it's not as common like it is here. Buy Dark Patches and never had a Great Lakes. Actually, there's another US brewery I need to try. Yeah, so they're out of Cleveland, Ohio, James, but they're all over the country here. So when you come over on your next visit, yeah, Great Lakes should definitely be on the list as well. They win some pretty good medals out at the Great American Beer Fest. In fact, the one behind me, the Dortmunder Gold Lager, won at Great American Beer Fest a few years ago for best Dortmunder style lager there. Let me see. IHOP is a great Philly cheesesteak. That's what I get from there. I didn't know they had a Philly cheesesteak in IHOP. Nobody in their right mind would get P-Mill or Denny's. Well, I questioned the cheesesteak from IHOP, but Big Daddy said it's actually pretty good. Growing up outside Jersey, I'm fickle about the cheesesteaks because, you know, I'm 20 minutes outside Philly where I grew up, and I know how cheesesteak should be made, and, you know, kind of fickle. Let's say a cheesesteak, make it a cheesesteak if you're going to put Philly on it. Gorilla Glue Hair Gel can make millions. Put some on your girl's head and be like, you can't get me off your mind, can you? Oh, Blake with the lies. Player. With the dad bod. Player. That Erie on the can artist, how Erie looks at Alan when he messes up. Yeah, and she comes at him too, like Bessie. Straightens him right up. Pots and pans, baby. Pots and pans. Oh, James and Adam, even a sexy bum. Rainbows or Johnny's for P-Mill and eggs in the part. Fuck the shit. There you go. My central air is the breeze from the open bathroom to the open bedroom window. Well, hopefully it's a good breeze if it's coming from the bathroom and not like, you know, somebody made a stop in the bathroom. You don't want that breeze coming out. Turning me on, fancy bum. Good old James. If you don't know Rampant Lion Reviews, check him out. He has some fun times on his beer reviews and stuff that he does over there as well. And he gives you a nice, full, detailed analysis on everything too when he does them, which is actually awesome. He provides a little bit of history and stuff in there. So great guy, you know, just another great person here from the beer community that I got to meet over the years, and it's been awesome. Let's see here. So I was watching and I was thinking the other day about like how bad of a game is beer pong. Like here in the States, at least, if for you guys that might not be in the country, we have a game called beer pong that we actually play. And We probably played beer pong in some places we shouldn't have probably played it in. Because that ball goes off the table. You're supposed to rinse it, but I don't know if the rinsing actually does it. But at the end of the day, if you play beer pong, you just don't want to be like this guy.
Game over. You all right?
Oh shit! You always got to know where you're at. You always got to know where you're at. Know your location. You got to be careful there. End up ruining the game. That's back when I used to DJ and people used to get too close to the DJ table. You'd tell them back away, back away. But beer pong, one of those games from played back in the day. Part of that youth growing up playing beer pong. He said, "Wow, was that at Boston?" I don't know where that was from. That was one of the ones I saw earlier. Good Times Beer Pong. Yeah, we played beer pong like crazy, different spots, but we played in a few bars. It was kind of like, afterwards, you're like, I don't know if that was really that sanitary. You're playing at a bar or whatever. Even though you try to put it in the cup with the water and rinse it off, it ain't getting all that stuff off of there. So that's one of the reasons why I say COVID ain't got nothing on me, because I know I can take it out with the stuff that I've actually had. So, yeah. Oh, man. Aaron's laughing. Never played beer pong, but did play bottle caps with bottles of JD single barrel. Well, that would get you where you want to go, or not where you want to go, maybe. Played beer pong at NYE. Also played champagne pong and whiskey pong. Never fallen through the table. Lucky it's my friend's table. We use a tempered glass. Yeah, you would not want to fall through that for sure. And for those of you that came in later, I'm gonna play this one again because I still can't believe a guy would actually sit here and let somebody do this.
The hockey trust shot. I'm gonna throw a beer on my buddy's head and shoot a wrister at his head, and I hope I don't kill him, eh? Let's go. All right, you ready? Don't move. Don't move.
That's for you, Gilbert, you crazy Canadians up there. I don't know. Could you sit there and let your buddy shoot a hockey puck at your head to knock off the beer can? Do you have that type of patience where you can let that happen? When your sister's too angry for COVID, that's that Celtic life, right? Facts, we can eat germs. Yeah, we can. A. Yeah, you can tell it was Canadian when you put the A in there for sure. But that was an interesting video earlier. It's like, I don't know if I had that much trust in anyone to actually let that happen. For sure, Hoser. That's wild, LL, but can't give it an A. He spilled beer, he gets an F. Oh, man. That would probably be like something Gilbert would do as the hockey stick. He would be the one shooting the guy the puck at the head. He's not going to sit there, but he would take the shot. That's how Gilbert rolls. They're not Canadian. They're moving. Their head's moving the wrong way. Oh, I thought it was A. Shows what I know. I thought it was A-E-H. That's what I thought. We'll have to ask Gilbert. Gilbert is our Canadian translator for tonight. And for those of you that hadn't seen this one before, this one still gives me a laugh, cracks me up.
I've been treated by the owner of the store.
You said what?
I've been treated by the owner of the store.
You've been treated by the owner of the store?
Yeah, just walk on. Don't worry about it. And I know the owner, and trust me, if he is to come back towards you, you are to be executed. You and everybody else. Hey, just walk on.
He walking?
No,
okay.
you're walking.
Me too.
You.
I'll be executed?
Yeah. It's once in a lifetime. You'll never see this again. But the owner of the
Okay.
store,
Okay.
you are to.
Bro, let me tell you something. You cannot drink beer right here.
Just make the call.
I'm the
Listen,
owner.
Go ask in the office before you say anything else. Go ask.
Hey, man, come on, let's go, man. Let's go. Come on, man, let's go. I work here. I'm loss prevention. Either you gonna go to jail or you gonna get out.
They didn't tell you.
Let's go, man.
They did not tell you.
Let's go, man.
They didn't tell you.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
Alright.
Let's go. No, walk out with your beer.
The owner of the store treated me 1 6-pack within the store.
Within
I
the
was able to
store.
drink 1 beer. Your whole family out to be executed.
My whole family?
Yeah.
Damn.
You, no, not mine.
Yours. Or mine?
No, not
Okay, man. Let's go, man. Let's go.
just you.
It's me.
You wouldn't
Alright.
never understand.
Okay.
So where am I going?
You going the fuck out the store?
Language.
Huh?
Language.
Language.
You are fighting for a 6-pack of beer.
No,
Ne-
you fighting.
You no.
And you-
Nevertheless.
and you that low to-
Nevertheless, knowing who the.
Oh man, that guy just kills me there. He's hilarious. He's got still the mind to actually sit there and debate, his point. And the owner, said he could have it in the store, a 6-pack he could have within the store. He couldn't take the 6-pack with him, but in the store he could actually enjoy the 6-pack. Oh man, the things you find when you surf through the internet, I tell you. Oh, translate the floor. Oh, the owner knows. LOL. Yeah, go check with the owner. The owner knows. Yeah. He put the bud back in the 6-pack though. He was kind enough to put it back in the 6-pack. EH. You walk in. Oh yeah. All right, Big Daddy just got to ramp it. Nice. We'll be sifting through for American beer reviews. Very nice. Yep, just looked it up. EH. And thanks for the support from Rampant. And nobody actually said up here A. Well, the guy in the hockey video said A. You can have a beer at a grocery store near me on draft, my kind of store. There you go. The owner treated me to 1 6-pack. Just one. Check with the owner. Anybody else want to try that in the store one day? The owner treated me to one. Go ask him. I hope this dude didn't go to jail. He gets an A, no beer spilled. Yeah, I think he'd let him go. I think he just told him to leave the store. So I think the guy did get away. But he got a free beer out of the day. It seemed like he had more than one, though. That might have been on the 6-pack by the time the guy caught him. All right, Rob, he's got the Arby's. He has the meats now. So now you have the meats. You can enjoy them. Arby's are Arby's, right? All right, Dave, good seeing you, my friend. Have a great night. Again, y'all didn't check out Beer in Front. Check him out as well. Doing some great things, some great interviews. Love the interviews on the podcast that he's doing. So make sure you're showing some love. And I'm glad that you and Eric got to hook up since he's in Chicago. And he'll be definitely a great drinking buddy with you for sure. You didn't know? You didn't know? Yeah. Take care of Beer in Front. Yeah. He was just so matter of fact about it. Like, oh, you didn't get the memo? You didn't get the email? No one told you? Well, yeah. He said I could have it. Yeah. He just stayed all so calm about it. Arby's Eros are badass. No, I haven't had Arby's in a while. Arby's is another one that's kind of shady sometimes when you see an Arby's. I'm not always feeling comfortable going into an Arby's. I love those quotes. Yeah, I could give you a history of A, but it's bored. It's mostly Ontarians who use it. Yeah. Just remember, if you ever drink on a job, you got to be careful about it. Oh, the funniest part about it is like you can't drink it and you get that pissed off because you got a beer in front of you. You can't enjoy it. So he just throws the bottle. So I can understand where he's coming from there. He wants that beer. He's tired. He's working hard. He wants to enjoy it. It doesn't work out for him. So he just screw this beer and throw it across the deck. Oh, man, nothing worse than not being able to enjoy a beer. So let's see here. What else we got tonight? I told you guys about Yingling coming to Texas. You got to appreciate the German military. They're actually working now to ship their surplus beer back from Afghanistan. I talked about that on the podcast this week as well. So obviously they're winding down just like the States coming out of Afghanistan. But where most people are leaving no man behind, Germany's like leaving no beer behind. So they're actually working on shipping all their beer back. So you got to love that. I was like the picture in Glasgow. This guy is steaming on his nut trying to vacuum a bottle. Arby's eating the worst shits in human history. Arby's can do that. Not everyone going to try and catch some Z's as a 4-hour drive tomorrow morning. We definitely get some rest there. Hopefully it's a blast, Adam. Like I said, looking forward to seeing some of the videos and catching up with you guys online. And hopefully you have a great time. Hopefully at some point I'm going to try to target next year to try to come overseas. So if I can get that worked out, I'll definitely let you guys know as well, of course. Also sub the podcast and on my driving playlist for drive. Oh, great. Well, you'll have some great entertainment there from the podcast. And then if you haven't got my podcast as well, Adam, it is Rajay BeerVentures. And it's on Apple and Spotify and all that stuff too. So a little bit different than what I do here. I kind of do like a bullet point type thing on the podcast. But if you want to check that out as well. I haven't talked too much about the podcast on the channel. I saw just little mentions here and there. But yeah, so I kind of do that now too. Like I don't have enough stuff to do with one channel. I got to keep adding other stuff into the mix. But Pearl Jam fans, there's actually okay, cool, definitely. Awesome, my friend. And Pearl Jam's got a new beer coming out as they're raising funds for a skate park. It's called the MPS Pool Ale with Kettle House Brewing Company. So I haven't heard much about Pearl Jam, obviously, over the years because they've had to restructure their group, of course. But it's nice they're actually raising a beer to raise funds for a skate park for kids. All right, James, good to see you as well, my friend. Get some rest. You two are up into the wee hours of the morning at this point, not even the night. You're in the next day. So always great to have you, buddy. And when you do make your tour here to the States, keep me posted. Hopefully you're going to come through an area where I can try to connect with you as well. But yeah, so that is that there. And then the only other thing I saw this week, like Molson Canadian, this is for Gilbert, exclusive for Gilbert. Molson is releasing a Molson Canadian beer that will only be in Canada, but it's going to be a Stanley Cup edition. They brewed beer that actually touched the Stanley Cup. I don't know what that's supposed to really do for the beer, but they have stuff they put inside the Stanley Cup. They took it out and they fermented it into a beer. If that makes you feel good about enjoying it, go for it, I guess. But I think it's going to be pretty much the same as freaking Molson Canadian. But they're going to probably raise the price on it to make it like some type of gimmick. Sadly, well, what's coming out of COVID and stuff, I can definitely understand that. Well, maybe like next year or something like that as well. And like I said, if we end up going overseas next year, I'll keep you posted as well. And I tell you, one of the things driving it now is we actually did, my wife did one of the DNA tests and it came back with her being like 15%. It's funny because it's Scottish, it's 15% like Irish Scottish. So now she wants to see overseas and stuff too. So we're going to probably try to do something to get over there so she can see some of the lands and stuff like that and everything. Made a taste of COVID from all the Pauls that have been in it, right? Yeah. Probably so. Hey, there's James. What is going on? Cheers, my friend. Todd is actually out tonight. He had got overtime for work he had to do, so he wasn't able to make it, so him and Shannon couldn't make it. But it's just been kind of myself going solo. And I was actually talking about you earlier. I don't know if Eric is still here, but Musers, he actually just moved to Chicago. And I connected him with Beer in Front, but I told him you were in Chicago as well. So he's looking to definitely get into a lot of the different breweries and checking out a lot of different stuff there too. Yeah, Molson Canadian bad enough. Well, maybe that's why they're putting it into the Stanley Cup to say, hey, this is a better edition of Molson Canadian. Cheers to Bill, Beer Hounds in the house. What is going on, my friend? You don't know Bill over at Beer Hounds. Check him out in the OC in California, doing some good stuff with the beer reviews as well. Yeah, that's why your ears were burning. So, and I told him about the time when I came up there. I was telling him about, I didn't mention like we got together over the Exchequer, but I was talking about Exchequer and showing them some pictures here on the channel, some of the food they have there, some of the beer selections they have. So I that's one of my favorite places thus far when I come to downtown Chicago to go have a meal and have some beers. That place is just freaking awesome in my mind, at least. So give you those Fred Flintstone type rib racks there, which I can put down. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, so that's kind of some of the beer stuff for this week and everything like that. Like I said, this week was a little bit different, just kind of me doing the solo type stuff and kind of having some fun. And then always love kicking you guys and throwing one back. Last week couldn't be here because of some other stuff there. But yeah, so Saturday I've got a video that I'll release on the channel. It'll be a little bit more, I'll say, of a serious type nature, just because anybody that's been watching the craft beer world or the beer world this past few weeks has been seeing a lot of stuff that's been taking place. And so Saturday, one of the videos that I'll be releasing on the channel will be an actual interview with a person who herself had kind of, facing abuse here in the beer industry in a certain situation. So kind of did her interview. Wasn't sure if I was going to release it or not at one point. Kind of did some research and checking with other people that were familiar. And things seemed to be more backed up that this was kind of the situation she was in. So I decided to go ahead and release it. Not one of those things I like to get deep into because I enjoy the beer community, but things are happening right now in the beer world. Today, BrewDog tried to respond to a letter that was put out yesterday by 61 employees about how bad it was to work at BrewDog. And they pretty much tried to force, it seems, employees today to sign a letter saying it wasn't that bad at BrewDog. It's like, sign the letter or don't have a job type situation is what it kind of came across. And we've had a lot of stepping down of people in the beer industry because of the things taking place. So the timing for her to tell a story really does fit into this mold. But at the same point, I know the person that she's kind of, that's being accused in the story. And it's sad to see that because, you're supportive of the people that are actually trying to build something as well. But at the same point, it's kind of like, I'm not here to judge good or bad on who did what. I'm just here to share the stories and things like that. So for me, I felt, I did last weekend, I had to really think about deep what I want to do with it because I felt like me not doing it was also giving power to the person that she was accusing and kind of silencing her as well. And I had to weigh the different options. I talked to different people. I had someone else come out to tell me a story they're going to be sharing with me that I'm going to put on the blog as well of issues they had is also with the same person. And it became a point like, I had to think, like, am I acting differently because I know the person that's being accused, and that's what makes it tougher. I've shared stories about founders or BrewDog or Modern Times, or but when you know that person, it makes a different type of feel, and it's like I can't let myself get pulled in too much because I know that person. If this is stuff that's happening, it's stuff that has to be cleaned up. And I did talk to the person that's being accused, and I let them know at one point I wasn't going to do it, but if anything comes back opposite of that, I'm going to go ahead and let it go. And that's what happened. So Saturday at 10, I'm going to be releasing basically the videos like Whitney's story, and she's going to be telling her story about what she ran into and some of the different details along those lines. Doing the video last week with Julie kind of also helped to open my eyes to it and the stuff that we got into. The couple of things that she mentioned, and it was kind of like, yeah, the things definitely have to change in the beer world, not just the beer world. I mean, there's other industries where we have all this stuff going on too, but with me focusing the beer world, it's one of those things where I need to be able to, in my mind, give a platform for people to be able to speak and feel comfortable speaking and being able to tell that kind of stuff. And it's funny, you mentioned that, JV. I'm going to show that here in a second as well. Yeah, it's crazy on where all this stuff is actually coming from. So I'll share that spreadsheet here in a second. But the Old Boy Network is over, but those dudes don't know it. Yeah, it's a change, and it needs to be a change. I've said for a while, it's kind of that frat boy mentality, and that's got to change at some point, and we are seeing that. Give us a nice, I'm mostly Canadian with Irish, Highland, Scot, Welsh, and French, all pale. Yeah. She found out, and it was funny because the Scotch Irish part was like 15%, which was like outside of her being, I can't remember the main one was. It wasn't Nigerian. It was, I know Sierra Leone was like 12%, but then it was another part of Africa, but she had the 15%. And I said, well, during that time, there were things that happened, right? So, yeah, but she's like, well, now I got to go. I got to be able to go see. I was like, oh, I've been waiting to go overseas for a while. You got to tell me twice. So, yeah, we'll get something set up for sure. So, let me see here. Blake, cheers as well. And I work in tires and sell people. Brutal, yeah. Are we all from Chicago? Not everybody. Well, yeah, Big Daddy's in Chicago too. So, JT, I don't know if you know Big Daddy, but he's also in your neck of the woods. Beer in Front was here, neck of your woods. Eric Montmuser, neck of your woods. All you guys are from Chicago there, which was pretty cool. And hell, when I get back up there, like I've already hooked up with JT when I was up there before, and we had a great time. So when I get back up, we'll have to get together and have a great beer type thing. But JV hit on a point, and I'll share that with you guys here because I was going to bring it up earlier and kind of got on everything else along those lines. But on Twitter, I have been made known about a piece that was done that was kind of tracking a lot of this stuff. And so on Twitter, I shared the piece here of one of the people that was keeping up with everything. And these are all the different things that have been noted to have taken place. And seriously, he said he stopped typing because his hands got tired. He said there were well over 700 stories posted that people had turned in about the beer industry. And you see different things here, and you see different names out there, from Night Shift to Harpoon to Lord Hobo, the Burial Brewing, the Brewdog, Boulevard, Sun King, all these different names, all these different stories. Now, I will say from some of the things I've seen on here, not all of them kind of hit, I think, to that level where it might have been abuse, but like Night Shift and Harpoon, someone left Night Shift and Harpoon for racism and sexism. Another person claiming Night Shift is racist there as well. Harpoon didn't believe women worked in production. There's different things that are titled in here from the different people that were kind of doing it. Now, he tried to summarize the stories as they came in, and these were all sent to like Brienne, who's Rap Magnet on Instagram, who was kind of cataloging all this stuff. But you can see the different stories that came in. And as much as you see here, there's many that aren't reported. I can tell you the other story from the person I spoke to has not reported their story as of yet because of the situation she was in. She's a single mom, been working in the brewing industry, had to leave for a couple years because of when it happened. But because of a person in a different role now, she's worried that it may happen to someone else, is why she's actually in the process of filing a report too. So a lot of different things that took place here from the different breweries. And again, they're calling it kind of the reckoning right now. You know what? It's a lot of stuff that needs to be weeded out as far as situations. And you see a lot of beer names on here that you're probably familiar with, especially if you're in craft beer. You have the Modern Times, and not all the people have their names listed here. But like Jacob McLean shooting down a black employee's concern. There was another thing about races there with Modern Times as well. There was a thing here with, we know the Modern Times about claiming the Modern Times is toxic, but the CEO stepped down at Modern Times. So it's just a lot of stuff happening. And being said, these things happen. And if you think about the world of brewing and beer and all that stuff, there's 8,000 breweries in the country. So you got a small amount of people actually doing this today. You got, 90 whatever plus percent are probably solid breweries, but there is that amount that it becomes tainted. And you have to cut that off at the head before, it starts to grow and starts to infest other areas as well. Because if people become to think that's a norm, they leave one brewery, go to another brewery and kind of do it, and they bring those habits with them, you start to grow it out of that. So just an interesting thing right now in the beer world. Again, if you're on Twitter, check out the Brewdog stuff, and they're kind of getting lashed out by a lot of people right now for the way they responded and how they're acting. And unfortunately, this is one of those things that happens. Like I said, it's not just the beer industry; it is in others as well. But it's just sad. Meet up at the Metropolitan Tap Room. That can definitely work for sure. Jamie said, "Wow, that's unreal." Yeah, it's a good amount that are out there for sure. Cheers, Rajay. Only 4 inches of rain today. Just got net back. Oh, very nice, CB. And yeah, we have rain here, and of course, when we get it, usually get it within the next hours or the next day or whatever, since you're just a state over from me. But hopefully, you're also getting better and recovering there. I know the sauna is probably a big help as well. But always great to have you on, my friend. And what's good, Rod Tremaine in the house? Doing all right. Just kind of breaking down some things here, talking about the beer, enjoying some beer, and sharing some of the beer news. So you know how we do it. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. So if you see the video Saturday, again, it is something different. It is a long video. So if you do try to watch it, it is a 2-hour interview that we did. You may not be able to watch it all in one sitting. And so you may break it up, or if you want to watch all the way through, whatever. But it does hit on some different aspects. The one I did with Julie was just over 2 hours this past Sunday. That we did that one live. I didn't do the one Saturday live because I wanted to keep kind of the focus on the story and allow her the space to be able to speak out on the stuff she wanted to speak out on. So that's why I didn't do that one live. There's other people that are also reaching out, so I may be sharing some other stuff. But again, not to bring it on a down note with the beer stuff. It's just, you know, you have to get through some things so that you can move forward. This is how it all works. Big Days, I'm down to hook up with you. Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely get something set up for sure. I've got friends over at Lagunitas, so that could be a spot as well. I know where James is at. We talked about going to Dovetail. Definitely want to hit that. Obviously, got to hit Hot Butcher, right? And that's just right down from where Beer in Front Dave is at. So a lot of good stuff, and definitely want to get back to Chicago. So I'm thinking it'll probably be next year at some point, which is also great because my wife gets to go for work, and all I got to do is drive up, hotels paid for, everything like that. She's off in her sessions, and I'm out drinking. So it all works out well. In fact, next month, I may be heading to Arizona, which I got to reach out to Joe D because he's down in that area and maybe try to connect with him. But it's fun to get out and travel and enjoy some beer when you can, for sure. And you guys have all made it fun, so I definitely want to connect with you guys when I'm in your guys' areas so that we can, you know, talk, get to know each other a little bit more, enjoy some great beers, and have some fun. Let's see. Highly recommend the Metropolitan Tap Room with deck overlooking the North Branch of Chicago River. Well, no, I got no problem with that at all and stuff. So it's just a matter of when I'm back up in that area for sure. But we can definitely do something. Let me see here. But I think with that, well, let's see. You guys want another video? I'll give you guys another video if you want another video to check out. Some funny stuff that I saw today. You know, you think you're having a bad day, but at least your day isn't as bad as this guy's day.
Green King IPA. Could you say no to another?
See, at least you're not dying over and over again like Groundhog Day. So your day is not as bad as you think it may be. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and get signed off here tonight. I appreciate all you guys for hanging in and having a great time here. Let's see. Awesome. Other than Montreux with Half Acre, Dovetail. Well, Half Acre is now going to be Hot Butcher, right? It was Half Acre got another spot there. Beguile, Hot Butcher, Empirical, and Spiteful have tap rooms. Nice. A funny video. Yeah. I just like find all these different videos that are out there now. So can't share them all. Got to keep you guys coming back for some other stuff later on. But I've got more. But those are definitely some funny, entertaining pieces for sure. But yeah, James, we'll definitely get connected on something. EB said, cheers. Good night, fools. Night, my friend. And for those of you that like to watch the gaming channel, I'm going to probably jump on the gaming for a little bit and catch up. I'm sure Erie and EB are probably playing over there. So if not, I may game for about an hour or so. I have a larger tap room a mile from the old one. Oh, okay. So they're right there as well. So that'll definitely, we'll do like a whole tour. We should get like a little bus or something. Hey, Coach is in the house. Cheers, homie. What is going on, my friend? Good to see you, my friend. And just wrapping up now, but I'm going to try to catch Joe on Saturday because I might be coming out to Arizona. I got to let him know about, Coach. So if I get a chance to get out to Arizona and meet the one and only great Joe D, you know I'm going to take advantage of that. Cheers all from James as well. But that being said, going to go ahead and wrap this baby up. Thanks for you guys for tuning in. Y'all have a great Thursday night, or you might be in a Friday morning from overseas. And I look forward to catching up with you guys soon. More stuff coming. I have some reviews I'm going to start putting up again tomorrow as well. And so make sure you stay alert for those. Hit that alarm bell, and we will talk soon. Cheers, everybody.